Welcome everyone. In this session, we will explore how to work and handle structured data in Python using CSV and the JSON module. In the previous session, we learned how to write files using the write mode, append mode, so functions like write lines, and we also saw how to safely delete the files. Uh, Today, we move from basic file operations to handling structured data that is more widely used in real-world environments. So, in real world, like plain text is rarely used. Like usually, if we consider something like machine learning, AI, the data is more in CSV formats. And when you will be developing API endpoints around the AI models or machine learning models, the API endpoints will be working on the JSON format. So these formats are used in as discussed from spreadsheets to web APIs. We will understand how Python uses several functions to read and write such data using built-in modules. We'll also cover common use cases and best practices for it. So first of all, talking about CSV, what is a CSV file? So CSV files are simple text files representing tabular data. So each row corresponds to a data record and fields are separated by commas. Or rather you can consider as delimiters like tabs or semicolons, but usually comma is the normal formatting type. They are widely used in data export import tasks, including Excel and the databases. So if you see the particular example of the CSV format, you can see the first three are the headers, that is the column names, name, score, and class. And the next three rows are data, like representing name, score, and then the particular class. CSV stands for comma separated values. That's why usually, majorly, you will see the data separated by a comma, and like the data stored it would be in could be like numbers, strings, whatever kind of data you want to store, and each line here in this particular .csv file will represent one single row. So for example, this will be like one .csv file. If you try to open this in a VS Code, it will look like this: three columns and then three rows, each with the data of this particular three columns. Then reading CSV file. So there is an inbuilt Python function, Python module, that is CSV module, that allows us to read and write files. So to read, we can simply use we will try to open the CSV file with the with function. We will import CSV, and there is a CSV.reader file option, and it will capture all the CSV data, and we can simply loop over the particular CSV content that is being read, and each row represents a particular list element. So let's go and try to run this. So you can see it printed each row along with the header. The first one would be the column names, and then it would be each row representing a particular column. So name is A, score is 50, class is third. So that is how you can read a CSV file. Then writing CSV files. So to write CSV files, we open the file in write mode and use a write row function. We have the CSV.writer that creates a writer object, and writer.write rows is used to write data into the .csv file. And this has to be, like as discussed, would be inside the with loop, and the code will be in under the indentation block of that particular with section. So let's say I have a list with two columns. So the first list element would be the column names, and then each list element would contain the data as per in the order of this particular column names. So if I first, what I will do is, as this is in a write mode, so what will happen is this output.csv will be created. If it doesn't exist, then I create a writer object, that is csv.writer file. So what this writer function will do is, writer function will store this data into this output.csv file using the .write rows function. So I'll go and run this function and we'll be able to see this output.csv with the data we have passed to it. So this particular data is stored in this format with the first element of my list as the column names and then the data for it in each row separately separated by a comma. Then what is a JSON? So JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON format is majorly used everywhere in web development and API development. And if you observe closely, it resembles Python's dictionary format, making it easy to convert between JSON and the dictionary. It's powerful because it supports nested structures like list inside dictionaries, and like it also like as dictionary it follows the key value structure, and it is human readable and machine friendly as well. So the format for this, so let's say you have some configuration of a machine. So let's say we have this JSON with configuration with its version, name, and its release data. So so this is how a JSON like file would look like. And we'll now go and see how to read the JSON file. That is also called as deserialization. So deserialization means converting JSON formatted data into Python objects like dictionaries and list. And we can use json.load function that reads from a file, and json.load with an s at the end that reads from a string. So I will import my JSON module, then we'll pass in the path for the data.json. Mode will be read mode as file, and I will do data equal to json.load file and try to print the data. So I will go and try to run this. So you can see my particular JSON data has been like now it will be present in a Python dictionary format. So I would be able to access this data using the particular key based indexing. So what I can do is I can index it using data config, and I have option like version, name, release date. So what I will do is I will just go for version, and if I just try to rerun this, you will find that now it prints version 1. So what we did was in data we first indexed it with the config keyword. So it now goes inside this dictionary and reads this config, and inside config it reads the value for this like particular key, that is version, and prints out its value, that is 1. Then serializing, that is writing data to JSON, so converting Python data into a JSON so it can be saved or shared via some common APIs or some other formats where a JSON file is required. So for this we have like the function called as json.dump. So json.dump is used to write the file, and the like syntax is almost similar. We simply have to use like the mode will be write mode, and you can use json.dump, pass in your Python dictionary, your particular file name here, and what is the indentation you want in your JSON file. So if I go and run this, so you will find the student.json file. You can see there are 4 indentations here: name, allies, age 23. Then inside this, there is courses with like the format here is array or list if we talk about Python terminology. So here, let's see if I put indent equal to 2. Here, if you see the indent is less, so sometimes there can be cases where some JSON files strictly require 4 indentations. There are some particular systems which require 2 indentations. So those kind of indentation levels can be handled via this particular function. Sorry, I mean the particular parameter. So today we explored how to work with real-world data formats like CSV and Python. CSV is used for tabular data. JSON is used for key value pair data, which is very widely used in web development and API development. We now know how to use CSV files and JSON files, how to read and write data for them. And we also saw how we can use the with and open functionality that we are working with the text files that are also applicable in the same way as it is. It is just the modules that you need to import, that are import CSV and import JSON, and then you can simply use the same with syntax to proceed. In the next session, we will get introduced to exceptions. As we have now started working with external files and real world data, errors are very much bound to happen. So we will try to see how we can handle these exceptions gracefully using the Python's exception system. So yes, thank you for joining the session. Let's meet in the next session. Have a nice day.